Hey guys, welcome to this little video where I just wanted to take some time to talk about the end of one of my all-time favorite TV shows, Castle on ABC, starring Nathan Fillion and Stana Katic and a whole bunch of other really awesome people. And I guess this would be my first and probably only opportunity to do a video like this, where a show that's on my top 10 list comes to an end, because all the rest of my favorite shows are pretty much they've already ended. This was currently the only show that I hold within my it's in my top 5 of all time that was still a currently aired show. Shows like X-Files. X-Files had that revival series, and there may be more, but as far as the show proper, it ended years ago. Star Trek Next Generation ended years ago. Firefly ended years ago. That's the common theme here. All these shows, they came to an end a long time ago. Shows like Heroes, Smallville, they're all over with. And a lot of the shows that are really huge today, like Breaking Bad has ended, but I haven't gotten a chance to watch it. Game of Thrones, I haven't watched an episode. Walking Dead, I've only seen the first 2 seasons. I don't know if it would still hold up as a favorite show of mine. Castle was the last thing that was a currently airing show that ranked that high for me, and it is a bummer to see it come to an end at the conclusion of this current season. Basically meaning that it's probably not going to have a proper finish, because it's already been shot, and then it was announced this last week that it was canceled. So I'm guessing that it's probably going to end on some sort of cliffhanger. Now I should point out that I am currently right now, I think what I have actually watched of Castle is up through season 5. So I have 3 seasons I haven't seen yet. I own all of them except for the eventual release of season 8, and I was in the middle of a watch through. I was trying to kind of half-assedly binge watch my way up until season 7. I still have the seasons of Castle sitting right over here on my coffee table, but they just for things that I don't want to get into in this video because it really has nothing to do with it. I can't binge watch like some people would do. I have too many other things to watch, too many other things to play, too many other things to do to sit down and get through several seasons of a show. So eventually I will get around to it. But I still feel like I have every right to talk really briefly in this video about how bummed that I am that it's coming to an end. But what's even worse was the week or 2 before the announcement of its cancellation, there was talk that both Stana Katic and I can't remember the other lady's name, I'll look it up real quick, that there was somebody else from the show that was going to leave. The lady who played, I feel like her name was Lacey, her character's name, Lainey, Tamala Jones, who was Dr. Lainey Parrish, that both her and Stana were going to be leaving the show after this current season, and it was up in the air as to how the show would proceed. And then, of course, now we know it's just not, which is fine with me. If the show had run its course, I've read a lot of stuff saying that people don't like this newest season and that it probably should have ended after last season. But as an X-Files fan, I can attest to how a show should end whenever a main character leaves. The X-Files probably could have ended after season 7, when David Duchovny wanted to go and do other things, and he only briefly appeared in a few episodes in season 8 and only the series finale in season 9, and it was a completely different show without him. Now, I enjoy those seasons. There's some good episodes and there's some duds. They added some people to the show who I enjoyed, but it was a different show, and the X-Files really isn't anything without Mulder. And in my opinion, Castle couldn't be anything without Beckett. She was his muse. She was the one that he followed to study and research for the new character in his books that he was going to write, and there was a flirtation and a sexual tension, and then eventually they got together and they got married. And if with her off the show, it just couldn't exist. It wouldn't exist. It wouldn't make any sense. But what's even worse than that is the fact that, and this is what gets me, this is what caught me off guard when I heard about it. It was like getting kicked in the gut. Was the fact that Nathan Fillion and Stana Katic behind the scenes barely even talked to each other. I don't know if it was this way the entire series, or if something happened over the course of the 8 seasons, and they, as real human beings and actors, they had a falling out, a disagreement of some sort. But it was really shocking to hear that there was trouble in paradise behind the scenes. Nathan Fillion is such a fucking awesome guy. I can't hardly believe that he would just be an asshole to somebody. But at the same time, I have no reason to believe that Stana Katic was, the world's biggest bitch. So I don't know what could have happened. I don't know if there's rumors or gossip or anything like that, and I don't like to get into that shit too much. But it would be nice to know what happened. But it sounds to me like this whole thing needed to end. So I guess my biggest hope right now, above all others, is just that Nathan Fillion is not off television for too long before he's able to find another project that he can be a part of, and something that hopefully he can be successful with, like with Castle, because this is a dude who has done a lot of good stuff, but unfortunately the powers that be have shot down most everything that he's been a part of. Firefly was ended way too early. The show that he did called Drive on Fox in the late 2000s, I thought it was really good. Canceled. Other works that he's done. Excuse me. This Castle was the first thing that I know of that really caught on for him and carried on, obviously for 8 seasons. So I just wanted to briefly talk about this for a moment. I love this show. I love these people who are in it. I wish all of them future success. I hope everybody's able to move on to something new without skipping a beat. And I'll be watching for those faces of people from this show when they pop up here and there, the same way I noticed it with characters or actors from the X-Files and Star Trek and Firefly and whatnot. Anytime I would see them in something else, I'd be like, hey, I remember them. They were awesome. So, yeah, like I said, I just wanted to talk about Castle for a moment. Sad day for me to know that it's canceled and going away. But at least we'll have all the good stuff that came before. And, yeah, that's it. So, thank you for watching this. Did you watch Castle? Did it have any appeal to you? Did you give a shit? Are you bummed that it's gone, or happy that it is? Are you a Nathan Fillion fan? If you watch my channel, you should be a Nathan Fillion fan, because the guy is awesome. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.